So Matt and I are in the kitchen this morning. It's mid-morning, almost dinner time, so we're getting a late start. Matt went hunting this morning. No luck, though. He didn't see anything. And we have changing weather coming, right?
It's already beginning to change. The wind's already shifted and going to blow some cold air in here this evening.
So cold weather, which is good. It's coming back. It's winter. I want it to be cold. But we're going to get ready for Thanksgiving today. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so people will be coming tomorrow. Today we will go ahead and make the dressing. Matt will make the dressing. I've been trying to get stuff ready for him though. I have the cornbread. Don't notice that one little piece missing there. And I have the eggs. We put eggs in the dressing, so I have those boiled. They're over there. Me and Matt I boiled some extra and we had a boiled egg for breakfast. And we got to chop up all the vegetables and get that done. And Matt will mix it all up and we'll get it ready to bake, but we won't actually cook it till tomorrow. I'm going to work on my sweet potatoes today, just the same way I do every year, the candied sweet potatoes. It's real easy, they're real good, but this year I'm going to use my white ones. I'm going to use the white ones that we grew, so that'll be different.
Plot twist.
Yeah, plot twist. And one other thing I decided to do, I've never done this before, I'm going to make, usually I double my roll recipe and make them all the day of, but I'm going to make one run today and one run in the morning and just see if that's a little bit easier. Won't be as many to fool with tomorrow or as many to bake right when we're rushing at the very end. Later this evening, of course, we'll have to get the turkey ready. And Matt will have to get his famous deer roast on, and he'll let it cook all night, and we'll be able to smell that wonderful smell when we wake up during the night or in the morning. And I think that's all we got to do. Of course, we need to clean. We got to clean sweep off both porches, clean the windows on this porch. I know this door is terrible. Kind of straighten up in here in the house, and we'll wait till tomorrow to bring up the extra chairs and the extra table, though. Right.
I hope.
Yeah, Matt hopes. We'll wait till tomorrow for that. So, sounds like a busy day. Anything else I've left out?
I don't think so. Supper.
Yeah, supper. Well, we had a delicious supper last night. Katie had made a meatloaf the night before. So we already had that took care of because I did something. I made my cake, my orange tater cake yesterday. So, Katie had made that, and I did a little bit of cleaning in here too. And then Matt made a pot of mashed potatoes to go with it. We had a jar of kraut, and then Matt just made some toast, garlic toast kind of in the oven out of some buns that we had. And it was the best supper, wasn't it?
Good.
It was really, really good. And then I had made us a pumpkin pie yesterday, so we had that for dessert. It was delicious. Delicious. I hope there's enough for tonight. I'm not sure there is, but I hope so.
My daddy always said, eat pumpkin pie, you kill deers.
Really?
And I ate pumpkin pie last night, and I didn't see nothing this morning.
Well, maybe, are you going to go back this evening? Maybe you'll see something.
I might. If I do, I'm going to eat a piece of that right before I go.
And then see if that brings the mojo you need.
Probably what it'll do is put me into a nap, and I'll
You'll
be
be
asleep
while
comes.
they walk by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I go out and gather like some greenery or some branches with beautiful leaves, like those hydrangea leaves at Granny's. But it's been raining, so I don't know if I'll do that this year. Plus, it's just been a different kind of year, the summer we had. I was down at Granny's yesterday, and I was looking out her back window, looking at where I usually go to harvest my stuff. And that beautiful big oak hydrangea, it's huge. And it has red leaves this time of the year, but the leaves are gone. It's just different. It's just been a different growing year, so I don't know that there'll be anything out there if I did go look, and then everything's so wet. So I probably won't do that this year. I'll probably just make do with my pumpkins and other things I've got in here to kind of spruce up a little bit. I might have some dried things I could look for. But the pumpkins and the winter squash, that'll probably be enough. Okay, so what first? We got to chop up some vegetables, I guess?
Chop up some vegetables and peel the eggs and make toast and all that stuff.
Yeah, and Matt will tell you about the recipe as we get started. How you like Matt's new apron? Many people, I think he got 4 aprons.
3.
3 aprons.
Three or four, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much. the other two are heavier than this one. So, and one of them's leather, right?
No,
or
it's
canvas.
wax
canvas.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
wax
be a
canvas.
shop apron.
So he's going to use those in the shop. But thank you so much. So this is nice, and the other ones are very nice too. Thank you so much.
That wax canvas one's super nice.
Yeah, and you've got another thick one too with the book signing. Yeah, so thank you so much for that.
I might make one of them. This will be my kitchen apron. One will be a shop apron. The other one will be a deer meat cleaning apron.
There you go. There you go.
Have
you do that.
Specific purpose
For each one of them.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got my dough. Maybe this is going to be easy. It's so much easier to do one run of the dough than working with like, usually I have like this much dough. Just makes it so much harder to knead and all that. So I have it rising, and then Matt's been working on getting all this together. So I'm going to get Katie and Matt's going to put it together, but I'll be your person that tells about the recipe. And I'll link to this. We have it on the Blind Pig and the Acorn. We've shared it in several different videos, so you've probably seen it if you've watched us for a long time. The thing that makes it different, I think, is that it has boiled eggs in it. Is that what you think, Matt, than most dressings?
Probably, yeah.
And Matt, what did it tell us about the history of it before I...
As far as I know, this recipe was my grandpa's. And I don't know that if he made it up or if he got it from somebody or if he got parts of one and parts of another and put it together and made a recipe out of it. I don't exactly recall or even know if I knew. But it came from my grandpa on Mama's side, Miss Cindy's daddy. And he cooked quite a bit, to as best as I can recollect. He died when I was really, really young. I don't remember him cooking, but everybody said he cooked quite a bit. And maybe that's where I get it from. I don't know, but I love to cook.
And several things that, Papa Tony loves to cook too.
Oh yeah, he
does. But several things that Matt cooks, Miss Cindy taught him, came from Curtis, from the father. So this is 4 cups crumbled cake cornbread. Matt just uses the whole cornbread there. But our original recipe says 4 cups, but you usually use the whole cake of cornbread. Yeah, okay. 6 slices of toast, 3 cups onion chopped, 10 boiled eggs chopped, 3 cups celery chopped. I don't know if Matt puts that much in it now. And then like salt, pepper, sage to taste, cider vinegar to taste, mustard. That's a different part too, is the mustard to taste. And then chicken broth, if it's not very rich, or you could add butter. Do I need to melt you some butter?
I add both.
You add both, so do I need to melt some butter?
Yeah.
And then you could add sausage. We've never done that.
That
You
says
could add
1 pound.
yeah, or you could add oysters. We've always wanted to do that, but we haven't.
I literally thought that said 16 sausages, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
it's a
y'all,
pound.
no, no.
Anyway, but Matt's been making it. This is where we wrote it down years ago when Miss Cindy called over the phone and we wrote down what she told us to. But Matt's made it for so long now. He does use all the same ingredients, but he might not use as much like celery or you kind of morphed it into his own. Okay, I'm gonna get all the spices and the butter going for y'all. 1 stick. Okay.
Maybe you can
And I'll
fix the
link to
camera.
this too again in the description below.
Oh, pretty.
I'm much faster like that.
And chop them up a little fine.
Okay.
That ain't nowhere near the amount of cups that it says in the recipe, but that's going to be enough because that's all we're doing.
Now I like onions, and I don't even care if they're raw. I'd probably eat a raw onion like an apple and not have a problem. Okay. Okay.
So
Now we season.
we season.
Salt.
Salt. A little pepper.
Got the sage.
A little sage. I just do it by sight. Gonna do a couple of tablespoons of mustard to begin with. We'll start out with one of those. That stuff, a little bit of that goes a long ways.
Yep. So is it ready to mix?
Ready to mix.
I think it could stand a little bit more liquid. A little bit more broth.
Some people like it drier and some people like it wetter, and that's fine. And for those people that have digestive problems, this will light it up.
Yeah. I talked about that, the heartburn, because we'll eat this stuff for days, and by the 5th day, your heartburn's so bad, you're like, dude, if there's anything extra, we just gotta hurry up and eat it and move on to the next thing. I gotta get a bite with like a little bit of everything. Dad's already working on it. He's like, so this is it. This is how we do the dressing.
Right, so we'll cover it up, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll cook it tomorrow.
Matt cleaned up the kitchen. I helped a little bit, but Matt cleaned up the kitchen, mostly him. Got the dressing in the refrigerator. Me and Katie shaped the rolls, and they're doing their second rise. So now I'm going to start on the sweet potatoes. This year, I usually just use the orange variety, and I buy them in the store. But this year, I'm going to use the ones me and Matt grew, which are white sweet potatoes, the white ones. I do have 2 orange ones, though, that's been hanging out in my little cabinet over there where I keep my potatoes and onions. So I'm going to use those just because they need to be used up. And then I had 2, I can't remember I think we grew these. I think these are 2 of the ones we grew, but I'd already cleaned those up. It was one day when we were eating and I was cooking supper, but I didn't use these 2. And then of course I had to go to the basement and get some. So I need to wash those, and I'm going to peel all of them. Now the candied sweet potato recipe, I can link to it. I have it on my blog. It's also in mine and Jim's cookbook, Celebrating Southern Appalachian Food. It's one of those just like the dressing. We've made it so many times that the original recipe is 4 pounds of sweet potatoes, about 8 medium ones. You can tell when you grow them, you've got some little ones and then you've got some big ones, so you've got to figure that part out. Peeled and sliced into 1 inch rounds. You want them pretty thick like that because we're kind of going to boil them on top of the stove and then bake them, and you don't want them just to kind of fall apart on you. 1/2 cup brown sugar packed, 4 tablespoons butter, 3/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, a pinch of nutmeg, and 1/4 cup of water. I've made them for so many times over the years is I can just kind of eyeball how much we need, and then I usually double that glaze that's going to go on them. I usually double that. So it's a very simple recipe. Once you do it one time, then you could massage it if you need more, or maybe even if you need to half it or something like that. But first of all, I'm going to have to get them all peeled up and sliced up. And this may not even be enough. I may have to go back to the basement and get some more. Some of the ones I brought up here are the real little ones, and then some of them are bigger. But I'll start with these, get them all chopped up, and then see if I think that's enough to feed all of us. Got them all in the water. I guess the pan's about, well, I mean, I've got water in it, but still I think it's over half full of potatoes, so I think that'll be enough. I had to make another trip downstairs to get some more. I'm going to put these on and I'll just barely let them cook a little bit, and then I'll show you the next step. I did put some rolls in though. Katie, did you hear that? Oh, I thought she was sitting in the living room. She's coming up the basement steps. I was like, Katie, did you hear that? You wasn't even in there. I said I did put the first rolls in.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I know. Okay, I'm going to clean up the kitchen while they're cooking and let this come up to heat and cook them for just 3 or 4 minutes. You don't want to get them completely done. Just kind of help them get a little tender. Can I entice you with a roll?
Oh yeah.
Matt's out in the woods somewhere, so we're not going to entice him with one, but he can have one when he gets back. Oh, they're hot. Got to have some fresh butter on it, or some softened butter. When I said fresh, it's not fresh. I didn't make it.
You know the only thing we're missing, don't you?
What? Milk?
Yep. Get us some glasses. Oh, wow, what a special treat. This is when they're the best, fresh out of the oven.
Y'all. I hear a baby.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat real fast. I'm gonna eat real fast. I really want to eat this.
So good.
Oh yeah.
drained the potatoes, and now I just find it easier to do it in the pot, so I'm going to pour all the glaze in there. I've turned the heat off, but the eye's still hot. Probably should have moved it, but maybe I can hurry and just kind of mix it up a little bit and hope they all fit. Well, it's going to be close. Oh yeah, they're going to be okay. People won't know. They'll think, is this sweet potatoes or orange taters or what's going on? Just rinsing the pan out with a little water, both pans or pots, to make sure that I get all that goodness out. Kind of washing the pot, if you will. And I can spread that. Okay, sweet potatoes are done. I'll let them cool a little bit, and then I'll just cover them, put them in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow all I'll have to do is bake them. And then while they're baking, they get all crispy on the edges and good, and they'll finish cooking. They're not fully cooked. And while they're baking, you can kind of turn them over if you want to every once in a while to kind of baste, you know, with that little sauce. But it's not necessary. I usually don't, but if I do, I don't do it more than once. So I think I got all the food that we wanted to do today done, except for the turkey and the deer roast. We'll do that later on. So I'm going to clean up my mess, maybe go rest for a few minutes, might even go see Granny, and then I'll show you how we do the deer roast and the turkey later today. So Matt and I are about to do our last chore of the night before we can go to bed. We've already done the turkey, so what we do with the turkey is...
Coconut bonbon?
That'd be pretty good. It's the garlic. How did I call it the other day? The garlic or something? Garlic.
And then you call it the garlic.
Yeah. We've already took care of the turkey. We put the turkey in the car because it's really cold outside, so it's easier than putting it in the refrigerator. But what we do with the turkey is, if you've watched our videos, I can link to the place in the description below where I found out how to make it. We liked it. It's really easy, and we've been doing it like that ever since. It's really simple. And the step we do at night is take the turkey, pat it off dry, sprinkle it with salt all over, and set it on a rack, and then let it, of course you need to refrigerate it, or in our case, car refrigerate it, I guess. And let it sit overnight, and that salt really dries out the outside, adds flavor, of course, and in the morning we'll be ready to do the next step, which is to put butter all over it, and really that's it. Let it come to room temperature. We'll let it come to room temperature before we actually cook it, bake it, roast it. We're going to put it in the roaster, Matt, in our big roaster.
Yeah.
We'll probably put it in it. So the turkey's took care of. Now Matt's going to work on his deer roast. He's got his pan here. He was not pleased with the condition of it. Whoever used it last must not have put it back right, which was probably me. Probably when I made fried chicken in it. Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like junkyard material. But that's alright. We'll give you a pass.
So if you've watched Matt do this deer roast, it's in mine and Jim's cookbook too, and I'll link to a recipe. I have it on the blog. But Matt usually never does it the same way twice, so he may do it slightly different this year, so don't be shocked if he does. It just depends on what kind of mood he's in, I guess. But the basics is always the same. The basics is always the same.
It's generally not my mood so much as it is what we have on hand.
Yeah.
So, I call that, whatever, ingenuity.
Yeah.
Instead of
Creative.
not having exactly everything we need, I don't just run from the kitchen screaming, tearing off my new apron saying we can't do this. I adapt.
You adapt. You're creative. So he's got his beautiful, if I can lift it up, beautiful roast down in there. Looks beautiful. And it looks like he's got some parsley, some black pepper, and some bone-sucking sauce, and bacon. And then he's got the butter and the garlic over there, warming on the stove.
Smells really good in here, guys.
Yeah, it'll smell delicious in the morning when you wake up, or if you get up during the night. It'll smell really great. Looks like he's gonna put some water in it.
Just a little.
Both boys are watching us. Meat's deer meat, yeah.
We're gonna have to do this, boys.
So in goes the butter and the garlic. You know what'd be really good, Katie, is to use one of those rolls and lick that pan with it.
Oh, yeah. Got the seasoning going on here.
On the top of this thing, we're gonna cover it with bacon. Everything's good. Everything's more better with bacon.
Corey snuck and got her a roll.
Listen, I'm gonna get it tomorrow, okay?
All right, bye.
No, I don't care. I mean, I'll get it tomorrow.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you, bye.
Little honey. You know what honey is, don't you, buddy? Yeah. I like to drizzle just a little bit of honey on it, just for, not very much, but just a little bit of, gives it a little bit of sweetness, but not too much.
You say pepper?
Just a little bit of pepper. I've already seasoned it. For some reason, I like to season the bacon on top because it looks pretty.
I reckon you say, hey, Papa.
Hey, buddy.
That was sweet.
You gonna learn how to do this? So you can eat this one day? He didn't get any of this last year, did he?
Probably not. He was too little, but you're big enough now.
You're in for a treat. What you need to do is go back there and sharpen up them teeth tonight so you'll be ready in the morning for some of this. Let's see.
I reckon you say, dear me.
I'm gonna do just a dash of something here. I'll dash that one on the table. And that's pretty much it. My goodness, smells good enough to eat now.
That's pretty.
So how will you cook it?
I will put it on tonight right before we go to bed, which will be 9:30, and put it in there at 225 and let it cook all night till we get up in the morning. I'll be up at 5. I may turn it off then, but about 8 or 9 hours at 225 and it's plenty done. As it cooks, slowly cooks, it'll release more of the juice out of it, and then the fat off the bacon on top will get incorporated into it real good, along with the butter and the garlic, and the whole house will smell good, and it tastes good. Don't let me forget to put that in there before we go to bed.
Oh, I won't.
That'd be horrible.
Well, I said I won't, but Matt's like, go to bed at 9 or 9:30. I'm ready to go to bed right now. What time is it? It's 6:48. And I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, you didn't smell it yet.
No. I should wait. I will. I'll take a picture of it and send it to Paul because this is his favorite. This is what he likes. So I'll text it to him. So I'm sure he'll
I'm
text
thinking
back.
about sending the whole thing home with Oprah.
He'd say, no, you better not.
Smell good?
Smells delicious. Looks good too. Looks good, yeah. So we're going to clean up, and Matt's not going to go to bed, but I'm not far from it. I do have to do a few things though before I go to bed, but we're going to clean up and then we'll start again in the morning. It's Thanksgiving morning. I'm trying to get everything ready. The people are not coming. Everyone's not coming to eat till later today. We're going to eat kind of mid-afternoon, I guess. Mid-evening is what we call that part of the day, the evening for us. So here in Appalachia. So I've got some time. Matt went hunting this morning, but before he left, he got the big turkey out of the car. It got really cold here last night, so that's why we could put it out in the car. And he got it out for me. And the way we do our turkey, I'll go over it real quick with you. And I've shared this before in videos. One year I was looking, me and Matt's been making the turkey for many years now. Many years. I don't even know how long. Granny turned it over to us. And even when we went to Granny's, we just carried the turkey down there with us. So we've been doing it a long time. For many years, Matt deep fried it. That is so good. I'd like for him to do that again in the future. But at some point I wanted to find just an easy recipe that I could just make it year after year the same way, and it would be good, but it'd be no fuss and all that. So I found, if I can find it again, if it's still there, I know I can find it, I'll link to it in the description below. But it's a blog post from someone who worked at like a camp where people come in, especially during the late summer, fall, and what they, on their menu was one of the times that the people would spend a week there, and one of the menus was a Thanksgiving meal. So like for all those weeks, they had to make a Thanksgiving meal every week. So it was the chef writing this, so they had figured out this method that worked really seamlessly, easy, but always delicious. So it's no fuss though. So the day before, you have your turkey thawed up, and you remove the giblets and the neck, and do whatever you want to do to that. Take off, of course, the trussing if you bought a store-bought one like I did. You pat it dry. That's what we did last night with paper towel, inside and out. You place turkey on a tray, sprinkle with salt all over, and then you leave it uncovered in the fridge overnight. This allows the skin to dry out and add flavor. Now, we didn't put it in the fridge. We put it in our car fridge last night, but we usually put it in the refrigerator. I think last year we put it in the car too. It was cold at Thanksgiving. It's just so much easier than trying to put a big turkey in the refrigerator. Before roasting, bring to room temperature. But before you do that, you need to rub butter all over it. So I've already put the butter on it, and now it's coming to room temperature. Once bird is up to room temperature, we're going to roast at 400 for 20 minutes, then lower to 350. And you can cover it with foil if it gets too brown on top, but I've never had to do that. And for the 350, then it just depends on, how big your turkey is. You may have a small turkey, that one's 19 pounds, so we're going to do it for about 3.5 hours at that. And then let it rest 30 minutes before carving. I don't always manage to do that because sometimes I'm taking it out of the oven right when people are coming in. Since Matt got me that big roaster for Christmas, that's made it easier. So it's easier to go ahead and get it started and not worry about, well, how am I going to do the potatoes and how am I going to do the dressing? So that's been really, really nice. And on that post, it has a little cheat sheet that tells you for how, depending on, I think it goes all the way down to like 5 pounds, all the way up to a 20-pound bird, how long you should cook it. And of course, it should be 170 degrees inside the thickest part of thigh when done. So you can also check it that way. So my turkey's kind of took care of for now while it's coming to room temperature. I got to get my big roaster pan out of the basement though. And then I need to make my rolls, my next run of rolls. Me and Katie made one run yesterday. She helped me a little bit. And I was afraid we would eat them all last night, but we really didn't. I probably ate about 4 of them, but I don't know how many other people ate, but we've still got a whole bowl full over there. So I'm tempted, though, to go ahead and make a double run and just have extra rolls, or take some of that dough and make some cinnamon rolls that we could enjoy in the morning for breakfast. So I might do that. And then I've got to clean up. I've got to move the stuff off my table, get the other table up here and the chairs. I'll probably wait on Matt for that. He'll do the heavy lifting, but I got to put tablecloths on them, straighten up all through the house, make sure everything's neat and nice, so when people get here I won't have to worry about that. Matt got home. I've really done nothing since I just videoed this. I feel like I went down and sat by the wood stove when I should have been up here working. That's it. If you go to the basement, the wood stove attracts you and captures you. So I should have been up here working. I did get my oatmeal ready, so I'm ready to do my rolls, my next batch of rolls. And I've got the roaster pan up here, and I've got it heated up. Matt just got back from hunting, so he'll help me put the turkey in. I was just going ahead, and this is not something I need to be doing, but getting our plates and stuff together. We usually just use regular paper plates, but Katie bought these this year, so these are nice. Look at that little dessert one. And then she got some napkins for us too. We usually just use plain napkins, so I'm going to try to open them and go ahead and put them up. I have these wonderful, I've got 2 of them. I've got one of them over there. Napkin holders, carved. Isn't that lovely? They were both made, Katie told me. I'm not sure about that one over there, but this one was made by Everett Hall, and he was here in Brasstown. I remember Everett well, and part of our family almost, if you will, just close family ties. And he carved different things. When Corey and Katie was little, he made them the sweetest little boots. He did it for lots of kids, not just them. And then he would put their birth date on the bottom and their name. He'd carve that in, and then he'd put a nickel down in the shoe part. And that way he said they'd never be broke. They'd never be broke. They were really beautiful. I've still got Corey and Katie's, of course, unless I've given Corey hers. I may have already given her hers. Anyway, you just got a place for your toothpicks, and you put your napkins in here. And really lovely. Y'all probably see it all the time. I have this one sitting over here. The other one I have over there. And Katie said he made both of them, and she probably knows. She's the expert, but I was thinking somebody else might have made that. And he was from Brasstown for sure, but in my lifetime he was never part of the Brasstown Carvers. Now he might have been way back there, and maybe he just decided he'd do his own thing. Might have been it. I don't know. I'm sure his family could tell us that. And some of his family, his son, is one of the Brasstown Carvers, so I'm not sure about if he ever was or not, though. Anyway, a lovely thing to have, and I'm just really not being able to get into these. I'm using a knife. I could probably get a pair of scissors and do a lot better, couldn't I? Okay, managed to get them all opened. They're pretty little napkins too, kind of match the plates there. I'll put them in, and I have this part ready. I usually just put the silverware that we use, the plastic, in just a big cup, a big mug, so I'll do that. I forgot I do have this turkey. I'm going to put it out over here. Wonderful subscriber sent it to us, so I'm going to put it over here with the food. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get started on my rolls. I've got extra of these in case we run out of those. And then Matt can help me put the turkey in. Turkey is now going. Matt tested out the deer meat. Actually, I had a little piece. It was delicious, but he made himself a deer meat roll. Was it good?
Gosh, yeah, it's good.
Sustain you?
For about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I might need another.
You might.
I got cold in the woods this morning. It's time to eat something.
Matt said it was very cold outside.
It was.
He didn't see any deer either, so if you're wondering about that. So now I'm ready to work on the rolls. So this recipe, I've shared it before, and I'll link to it in the description below. But you're going to need 2 cups, and I did decide just to do the single run, because I thought, now, why are you going to make all this work for yourself when yesterday you done that to get ahead? Don't betray your past self there that was doing that. So I'm just going to do 1 run, so it'll be easy. So 2 cups of water, 1 cup quick cooking oats, and 3 tablespoons of butter or margarine. You're basically cooking the oatmeal in that. Now, last year and this year, I didn't have any quick cooking oats, and I've just used the regular oats that you have to cook longer. And I did cook them longer than a minute, but I didn't cook them no 20 minutes or nothing, and it's been fine. You can't even tell the difference. You need 2 1/4 ounce envelopes of active dry yeast, and that each packet of yeast, like if you're like me and you buy it in bulk, each little packet is 2 1/4 teaspoons, so you can, double that. 1/2 cup warm water, 1 tablespoon of sugar. You need 4 cups all-purpose flour, and I say give or take, because sometimes it seems like I use all that 4 cups, and sometimes I don't. 1 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/3 cup firmly packed brown sugar. So you bring your water to a boil, and then you add in your oatmeal and your butter. Let that cook, and then you're going to let it kind of cool down a little bit. It says to 110. I don't ever measure the temperature. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry this time of the year or at Christmas when it's cold, I take it outside and sit it. But I've not done that this morning because it's just been sitting over there. Then we're going to stir together, or I already have right here, the yeast, the warm water, and the sugar, and let it sit for 5 minutes. Then you're going to beat the oat mixture, the yeast mixture, the flour, the salt, and the brown sugar at medium speed with an electric mixer until smooth. Turn dough out onto a lightly floured surface. Knead until smooth and elastic, about 5 minutes. Place in a well-greased bowl, and then cover and let it double in bulk. Punch down dough, divide in half, shape each portion into 16 1/2 inch balls. Place evenly into 2 lightly greased 9 by 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch round cake pans. Cover and let rise in a warm place for about 30 minutes or until doubled. bake at 375 for 15 minutes or till golden. Now, I don't do the rest of that. I kind of do the dough and then I just do it my own way because I've been making them for so many years. But that's the recipe and I will link to it. But what I do, I'll show you, is I need something that I don't have. As usual, I already have my brown sugar and my salt in here. So I'm going to add my yeast mixture. And because I usually do such a big amount, I'm not today, but I usually do, I don't do the mixer. I don't get out my mixer, I just mix it by hand. Just seems easier for me. Once I started adding the flour, my mixer was always overwhelmed, so just easier to mix it up. Get all that goodness. And then I gotta get the oatmeal. And then I just mix that part up all together. Get all that brown sugar and the salt and stuff mixed up good. And then I start adding the flour and see how much I think I need. I know I'm going to need, most of it, so I usually do like 3 cups and then hold back on the 4th one until I see if I really need it. And sometimes I need more than that. So you could use bread flour. I've used bread flour. Most often I probably use though the self-rising, all-purpose, plain flour. Granny calls it plain flour. Don't have no leavening in it. So that's my 4th cup, and we'll see how this goes. You can see it's still pretty sticky, so I'm going to put more of the cup in here, at least a little. And actually, I'm just going to probably should have already done it. There's my timer for my turkey for the first 20 minutes. Let me write down my time. Okay, made a note of when I changed it, although I didn't turn down the turkey. Okay, now I turned it down. That wouldn't have been no good. So what I was going to say was I'm about to just go to my hands, because once it gets to this stage, you're really just kind of kneading in the rest of the flour. Ira and Woodrow's favorite thing to do, you can hear it's just Ira this morning in the basement, is to run as fast as they can go and scream, which lots of kids like to do that. And you get them together and they love it because then they're doing it to each other, just run as fast as they can go and scream. And you should see the face Woodrow makes when he does it. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. So funny. So now I just need to, I'm going to add in some more and just kind of knead a little bit in the bowl here before I turn it out onto the sheet here. While I've been working this morning, I've been listening to music. I listen to, I think I've shared this before, but often I listen to the videos on the Blind Pig and the Acorn so I can hear Paul and Pap and all of us, our music through the years, just kind of let it play in the background, which is nice. But this morning I've been listening to Pandora on my phone, and if you don't know about that, there is a paid version, so you don't have advertisements, but you can just do the free version, is what I do. So there's no cost to it. And then it calls it radio stations. There's Spotify, there's all kinds of them, but Pandora's the one I've used, that I've always used, so I've never bothered to change. But they call it radio stations. So what it means is, like I put in, there's really just 3 radio stations that I listen to. So one of them is the Tony Rice radio station. So then it plays Tony Rice songs, but it also plays songs that are similar. And then you can give it a thumbs up or like if it's something you'd ever want to hear again, give it a thumbs down and you'll never hear it again. And by doing that, of course, you're kind of giving it more information of what you like. And so it becomes tailor-made to what you like. And so there's the Tony Rice one. I listen to that one a lot. And if you don't know who Tony Rice was, he was a famous bluegrass musician, amazing guitarist. I love to hear him sing too though, so that's who he was. And it plays, like I said, similar stuff to that. At Christmas, I listen to the classic, I think it's just classic Christmas. So it's all the old Christmas songs, all the old ones. I really love those, so plays those. And then the other one I listen to probably the most is the Louvin Brothers. I would just put the Louvin Brothers, and then that's the station. So that's what I was listening to this morning. So since it's the Louvin Brothers, it'll play a lot of the Louvin Brothers, and then it'll play a lot of more Christian or gospel songs in that same kind of genre that they did. Kind of traditional, some bluegrass, but traditional, I would say. And it just plays all different people. And again, you can say, yes, I like that, or no, I don't, and it will show you more or let you hear more like that. And because it's the Louvin Brothers channel, also it really shares a lot of harmony singing, which I love, near and dear to my heart, because that's what I grew up with. And just a minute ago, it was going, and it was the Glazier Brothers. My, what beautiful harmony they had. It's just, I don't know, it just makes you want to sigh. It's just so beautiful. Their harmony was so close and so beautiful, as often happens with family harmony. You know, they even call it blood harmony. Anyway, I'll just tell you that in case if you're already on one of those and you want to listen to similar stuff to what I do, or you want to hear what I like, that's the ones. The Louvin Brothers and the Tony Rice channel is really the only two on Pandora. And at Christmas, the Christmas one, which will be time right before long. I heard Katie listening to Christmas music this week. Okay, I've got my dough. Already got a bowl with some oil in it, so I'm gonna put it in there. Turn it over, and I'm gonna put this over near the stove where it's still warm. Actually, I might ought to put it by the turkey instead. I think I'm gonna put it over there. I'm gonna cover it, clean up a little bit, and start cleaning up the house, getting things ready for people to come. See if Matt can help me bring that table and those chairs up. So I'm getting ready to shape the dough into rolls is what I'm getting ready to do. So Matt's helped me, and we've swept the whole house, straightened up, got all the extra chairs up here, got the table. We don't have it set up yet, but we got it up here. So we're moving right along. That original recipe tells you how to do it if you want to know exactly how much rolls you're getting. I just make rolls till they're gone. And you can make them as big or as small as you want. And I just use the method of kind of folding into the middle, like with my thumbs pushing, and then kind of squish it together like a pin cushion or something is how I do it, and I aim for about that big. But you could do it, there's all manner of ways. A lot of people roll theirs, like roll them, but I've never been able to do that somehow. I don't know how I started doing this, but this just seems what works for me. Granny really never made yeast rolls when I was growing up, but I love bread. Mostly what we ate was just light bread from the store, or, you know, biscuits and cornbread about every day. So those are the breads I grew up with, and I dearly love them, but I love yeast breads too. I actually never met a bread I didn't like hardly. I just love bread. Okay, got those done. I'm going to put them back over there near the warmth of the stove. We brought the sweet potatoes and the dressing up here, so we're going to be cooking those. And put these back over there, let them rise one more time. They'll be ready to bake. Can hear the turkey sizzling. Now really, I think all I've got to do now is to clean up my mess in here and set the tables, and I think we'll pretty much be ready, other than of course the last minute stuff of like carving the turkey. Okay, let's see which one. Granny made all of these, and I'll use them. They've got stains on them, but we'll just keep using them. That one, I think this one goes good on the wooden table, so I'm going to put it over here. You can see that beautiful, beautiful handiwork that she did. They're about the same size, so I'll just go with this one. Barely big enough to reach the end. And for the middle, I'm going to put the pumpkins, but on this one, I might put something under it. Granny made these little runners too. They desperately need to be ironed though. And I don't want to iron nothing. I wonder if I could use this one. And then I wouldn't have to iron that one. Somebody could sit right there and right there. I think that's okay, but I don't think I'm in the middle. I'll scoot them close together for now till people get here. Thinking about setting something beside the pumpkin, but I don't think I will. I think that's good. I could set some apples though. I might do that on this one, put some apples. That's good. And I won't put any, or maybe I could put apples over there too. See Granny's handiwork up close. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful. Getting close to time. Turkey's about ready to come out and rest a little bit maybe before Matt cuts it. And I'm getting his wonderful canned cranberry sauce out for him. I didn't forget it this time.
Good deal. One year we forgot to get it, and then another year we actually bought it and cut it, and I didn't see it and still didn't eat it yet.
Yeah. I didn't know. Katie announced to me this week that she loves it. Who knew? I didn't know she liked it. Got the sweet potatoes in the oven. I got the jar of kraut out, so if anybody wants kraut. And got the rolls done. I just put the dressing in. If we forgot anything.
I need to warm up that deer roast again here
Yeah.
shortly.
Matt'll have to do that, to do the deer roast. And he'll have to carve the turkey. He may have to sharpen a knife real quick. What you doing, Alec? What you doing?
He said when you got here he wanted to give you a big squeeze.
Oh, I'm so glad you come.
Man, had a Matt too? We'll get there.
Maybe it will.
Probably start carving.
Hey, Ira, you want to see a deer? There's another one that my brother got. How many of you shot up there this year, Matt?
Pretty good. So I think we're in the home stretch. Matt's got the turkey done, got the ham here. I'll put this in there for the ham. I'm just gonna leave it in that. Matt's got his deer roast. We could set it over here, I guess. Got it all ready. Hopefully Granny's on her way, her and Paul. We haven't poured up the gravy yet, but we'll wait to the very last on that. Probably cover some of this back up. Try to keep it warm till they get here. And Corey's not here yet either. Corey and Austin Woodrow. But they're on the way. I think Granny just got here.
Boy, it smells good. Granny.
You want to go straight to your
Chair? You want to?
I don't know, well, just let me eat in the living room.
Yes, you can eat in the living room. I've got you a heated blanket in there.
I think we'll all give you permission.
Amen.
What? Oh.
I ain't been doing too good.
We're going to say prayer, okay? Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us. Thank you for all the blessings in life. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. The food and everybody that's present here today. And we just ask you to go with the sick, the lost, and everybody that has needs. And all these things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, let's eat.
Amen.
You want me to get you something to eat?
Yeah, just get me a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Not everything, but turkey.
You want some sweet potatoes?
Turkey dressing, sweet potatoes.
Green beans? Paul tell you he dropped them?
He dropped it.
Yeah, he lost part of them. That's what took him so long. Okay, you got something to drink?
Yeah, I bought me a spoon.
Okay.
I want one of those things that
That we were talking about that Maddie made?
Maddie made.
Okay. Most everybody's already eaten, but some people's still eating. I forgot to show you everything. So there's macaroni and cheese, green beans of Granny's that's pretty much gone. Corey brought some apple cider. There's the dressing, rolls, potato salad, deviled eggs, of course the jar of kraut. These were so good. This is date with goat cheese wrapped in bacon. So good. Asparagus with bacon wrapped in bacon, mashed potatoes, Matt's gravy, turkey, cranberry sauce, the deer roast that's pretty much gone too, and Aunt Kim's ham. For the dessert lineup, we had cookies Maddie made, the orange tater cake, which Steve said was delicious, got a good compliment from him, and then Corey's pumpkin cream pie. Looks like Matt's about to pass out on us, are you?
Worked me like a borrowed mule.
We had a great Thanksgiving, but it's over. We even got everything cleaned up, got everything put up, all the stuff carried back to the basement. Matt washed the dishes, I dried them. They give the boys baths and kept them out of here.
Yeah.
So kept them out from underfoot. What a great day though we had. It was such a good day. Granny did get to come. Hopefully you've seen that in the video. Hopefully you will have seen it. It picked it up, hopefully. So she got to come. She didn't really feel like coming, but Paul convinced her to come, and so she didn't stay real long. She ate, and then she said she better go back home and lay down. So she went back home, and we're just glad she got to come.
Me too, yeah.
And she ate a little bit, and I made a plate for Paul to take home with him, with her, for her to eat later or tomorrow, whenever. She ate a little bit though, and she said it was all really good. And then we had wild heathens running through our house.
It was fun though.
It's all fun, but yeah, the great grandkids are something else, ain't they?
Yeah, we call it Sheetrockers Monday.
Well, it's fun because one of our cousins, that's the first time we've ever met him.
Yeah,
I've never seen him.
Got
He's
to
6
meet
months
one
old.
of them for the first time. 6
And
months
he
old.
is just the
He's adorable.
sweetest.
He's very sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's so
very
sweet.
sweet and cuddly, and
Made me miss Iron.
And very
being
quiet.
that size.
he was probably in
He
shock
cried like
at all
he
the
wants,
others.
Yeah.
He's probably letting her thinking, yeah, I'm kin to all this. What is
Probably.
wrong with you people?
He's so beautiful. His big blue eyes.
Yeah, he's very, very
And his
sweet.
skin was so soft, and his head smelled like the sweetest of babies.
He's very, very sweet, and yeah.
Oh, look what I spied, Katie. She left those.
Yeah, I know. One of our favorite
Wrong
things
piece.
was the little one's mother brought Maddie is dates wrapped in bacon, stuffed with goat cheese first.
Drizzled
They're
in
so
honey.
good.
I don't know if she said.
She didn't put no honey. But
She
she said
said
some
some
people
people
do,
do.
but she didn't.
She told me something else that she made one time, and she took feta cheese and cream cheese and whipped it. I guess she had to have the cream cheese to incorporate the feta since it's kind of crumbly. She took that. She may have put a little something extra on it, but she baked some dates, put them in the oven, and then cut them
And
up in little
bacon.
pieces, and bacon. Added them to the whipped cheese, and then that's a dip that you can.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
sounds pretty good too.
"Oh."
Yeah.
I was
Well, I
like,
know
"What are
one
you
thing.
doing? I need to come where you are."
Yeah,
There's two things right
there's-
there that's left, ain't nothing but good.
There's 2 left, and I think they've got my name and your daddy's name on them. Sorry.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think I could eat anything
Well, I
else
may not be able
tonight.
to eat
And I may
them
not be able to
tonight,
eat
but-
until about lunch or like 3 or 4 tomorrow. I don't think I could hold anything else. I am stuffed.
Everything was so good. What was your favorite?
I don't know. I always say the dressing. I love that dressing. It's just really some of my favorite. I love the deer meat and I love the rolls. And I like that dressing now.
What about you, Matt? What was your favorite?
Corey's pumpkin cream pie.
Oh well,
It's
that's
gone. There
it's
was none
gone.
left. None left.
But
That is dreamy
And
stuff.
Kim did not bring her cake. So Matt said when Steve
Yeah.
and Kim were getting ready to leave, I said, do you want to keep any of Kim's mashed potatoes? Which then turned out they wasn't even Kim's. I thought they was Kim's, they were Rachel's. But anyway,
oh,
he said, no, I don't think so, but what about did she bring coconut cake? And I said, no. And he said, why did we let her in the door? Of course, she heard it. She was a joke, but it was funny, but she didn't get to bring it this year, so.
Well,
She'll owe you one. She might owe you two for Christmas.
our cousin who made the dates filled with cheese wrapped in bacon, she also made these cookies.
Yeah, they're really good too. They've got like coconut, I guess that's fresh coconut.
It's coconut with cashews, chocolate, drizzled in something.
And something sticks it all together.
Oh.
They're good too.
Really,
Yeah.
she might put a little sea salt on there. Seemed
Yeah.
like really
Yeah,
good.
those are good.
She has Italian roots, so she was telling me about some other really good stuff. I was like, oh, I see. It was a good day.
Yeah,
It's
it
been
was a good day. I
it's
don't know
been
what
great.
my favorite was. The sweet potatoes were really, really good.
Oh
And
gosh,
the
yeah.
orange tater cake. Steve went wild over it. He took
And
some
the
of it. He always
potatoes, he
does
loved
though.
that.
Yeah, he loved the potatoes. Everybody liked the white sweet potatoes. So.
I saw Paul getting extra helpings of the deer meat. He really likes
Yeah,
the
he
deer
loves
meat.
the deer meat. So it was a really good day. The food was really good, but of course, what was best of all was Granny being here and getting to see little baby for the first time and being with all of our family. It was really a wonderful day. There was one thing though that Matt missed out on. What you forgot to eat.
Oh yeah.
Matt made the gravy and then forgot to eat it.
Yeah, I spent 30 minutes making gravy off the turkey drippings and made my plate and walked off and stuffed myself, come back in here, throw my plate away and saw the gravy.
He just forgot it.
Last year I made it and I was the only one ate it and they wasn't as most
No,
of
I
it
ate it
left.
last year and I loved it. And then this year, same thing. It is. You can't like think about stuff when you've got a little one. You're trying to feed a little one. The little one's sitting in your lap and they're throwing the spoon and they're running around and you're lucky you get one. Like you can't go back for seconds. So I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna go get some of that gravy, and then I went off wherever and I was chasing them and I didn't. But I ate some last year and it was
But you did,
delicious.
both of you eat cranberry sauce. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
some of that. And we got lots of leftovers, so we'll be eating them for the next few days. The rolls are almost gone, so if we're going to eat leftovers, I'm going to have to make more rolls.
Yeah, you can make more rolls. You don't have to go to the trouble to do that.
No, I will. You got to have those rolls for the
I know,
We
it-
kept
the
some of Kim's
ham.
ham for the ham and the turkey and
The dressing.
and the dressing and the deer.
Dressing
Yeah, it's
sandwich.
good.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed coming along with us this year for our Thanksgiving, and we hope all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving too. We're always glad when you stop by and help us celebrate Appalachia.
And
Right.
we got to do one more thing before this video is over.
Happy TG.
Happy TG. We have one more thing to do before the video's over, and I hope that I get the names right. But I think I'll get them right. I could spell them. We have some friends in New York who watch us, and they love us, and they're really cool people. Ingalore, I could be butchering that. Ingalore and Adolf, I think, are their names. Two people who like me and Corey's channel and who like Mom and Dad's channel. We love you, and we hope that you had a happy
We do.
Thanksgiving.
We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
We hope
And
you all had a happy
And
Thanksgiving.
we appreciate you a lot, and we appreciate all of you too for helping us celebrate Appalachia.
We do. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's a wrap.
All right, now let's do a thumbnail before we quit here. What you was doing a minute ago was pretty good here.
1, 2, 3. Nobody act like they've committed a crime. No crime's committed.
Okay.
Now let's pick back up my conversation of doom.
I've heard enough about all that.